IT for me is a business. Our contribution is how do we affect the margin of Dassault Systems. And for everything I can do here, it allows me to put more money back into the business and more money back into innovation on how I support that business. At the end of the day, that's our job. We are the 3D experience company. Our software and solutions provides 3D design for just about everybody that designs something in the world. Quite frankly, we are the best in our space at creating an environment that allows them to dream. So you were going to create the next automobile. You would create the automobile in its entirety with all of its features and functions in our software and our solutions before you would actually create a single part. And you would simulate its operation, how it would crash, how it would perform before the creation. As you know, by putting all of that in the beginning phase, you save an awful lot of money in your creation phase. So you go from basic design creation to today where we have assemblies for our customers with millions of parts, and you do lifelike rendering. You can imagine that from an IT perspective, how do you manage that much data and infrastructure to support what is now a very complex cycle of creation? Think about that for one designer that's one of our customers, and then you multiply that by 5,000, 6,000 engineers, you start to get the sense of how complex this has become for me and the people on my team. The problem that we're facing, that I think many others are facing, is about how do you navigate growth without spending more. I mean, that's the challenge, every one of us. I don't care what industry you're in, that's what we're facing today. When you invest in a company and a certain technology, it becomes the incumbent. And when it becomes the incumbent, you just continue to spend on the incumbent. And some of these companies have gotten very, very good at how to keep themselves in your company. And then when you look at that across 5, 6, 7 technology vendors, you see what the problem is for me is everything is growing up, and yet we're maintaining kind of the same stuff. When I start looking at emerging technologies, I monitor which of those that are starting to grow and be successful. You know, is it real? What are the ones that actually have the potential to solve a problem like this for me? That's where Actifio has been clearly one of those, where I've watched this for a long time, and indeed what Ash and others said it would be able to do, it's delivering on. How could we use a solution like this to reduce our costs, both from a Capex and an Opex point of view, but also allow me to gradually decrease it over time by having a smarter, more efficient technology than the incumbents? And particularly for the area where we had lots of physical environments still, so not just what you could do with virtualization, but the old physical legacy-based systems that we have, you guys did hands down very well. You did it fast, it was easy to implement, and the team was impressed. It's doing copy data back up in DR the way you think you should. I mean, it's simplified something that should have been simple in the first place. If you eliminate a whole bunch of those parts and you slide in Actifio, you've really got the solution. That's really what it does for us, is that it's got the potential to remove a whole lot of parts that I'm paying a lot for and put in one part that I'm paying less for, but it's going to do everything that all those other separate, disparate parts were once doing for us. I know it's not popular to change things. I also know that if we don't change things, the business of IT is going out of business.